Deep in the countryside, far from the city's bright lights, lies a small village, untouched by the rush of modern life. Rolling hills painted in shades of green and brown surround it, creating a natural fortress that shelters the village from the outside world. The air is fresh, carrying the sweet scent of wildflowers and the sound of birdsong, a symphony of nature that soothes the soul. Life here is simple, a gentle rhythm of sunrise and sunset, marking the passage of time in a serene and unhurried manner. Villagers work the land, their days filled with honest labor and the bounty of nature, reaping what they sow with their own hands. Houses built with care and love stand nestled among trees, each one a testament to the craftsmanship and dedication of its inhabitants. Smoke curls lazily from chimneys, a comforting sign of hearth and home, signaling warmth and family gatherings. Children's laughter echoes through the quiet lanes, a joyful melody that brings life to the village. Their small feet patter along dusty paths, their eyes wide with wonder at the world around them, discovering new adventures every day. The village is a place of peace, a sanctuary where time seems to move a little slower, allowing moments to be savored. The people are kind, their hearts as warm as the sun that bathes their fields, always ready to lend a helping hand. They live in harmony with nature, their lives intertwined with the changing seasons, respecting the land that sustains them. The village may be small, but it holds a world of its own, rich with traditions and stories passed down through generations. As the first light of dawn touches the village, a familiar rhythm begins. The village awakens slowly, as if stretching after a long, restful night. Roosters crow, their calls echoing through the still air. Their voices are the heralds of the new day, signaling the start of daily routines. A new day is born. Inside their homes, children stir from sleep, their eyes bright with anticipation. The promise of a new day fills them with energy. Today is a school day. They wash their faces in cool water drawn from the well. The refreshing splash of water invigorates them, preparing them for the day ahead. Then, they gather their books, carefully wrapped in cloth to protect them from the elements. These books are their treasures, gateways to knowledge and dreams. Their steps are light as they make their way to the village school, their laughter echoing in the morning air. The path to school is filled with joy and camaraderie. For them, the journey to school is more than just a walk. It's an adventure. Each step brings new discoveries and shared moments. They skip along the narrow paths, their eyes scanning the undergrowth for signs of life. The world around them is a classroom, full of lessons waiting to be learned. A scurrying lizard, a colorful butterfly, a bird taking flight. Each encounter brings a moment of joy and wonder. Nature's small wonders add magic to their journey. At the heart of the village stands the schoolhouse, a beacon of hope and learning for the community. It's a modest building, its walls weathered by time, and its roof made of corrugated iron sheets. The structure tells stories of generations that have passed through its doors. But to the children, it is a place of magic, a gateway to a world beyond their village. Here, dreams are nurtured and imaginations take flight. Inside the schoolhouse, the air is filled with the quiet hum of learning, a symphony of curiosity and discovery. The children sit on wooden benches, their eyes fixed on the teacher, absorbing every bit of knowledge shared. They listen intently, their minds eager to absorb every word, every lesson. Each day brings new opportunities to learn and grow. Resources are scarce. The blackboard is old and worn, the chalk leaving faint marks. Yet, it stands as a testament to the enduring spirit of education. Books are precious, shared among the students. Each page turned is a step towards a brighter future. But these limitations do not dampen their spirits. The children are hungry for knowledge, their thirst for learning unquenched. Their enthusiasm is a beacon of hope for the entire village. Section 4. Dreams Take Flight. Within the walls of the schoolhouse, dreams take flight. The children listen with rapt attention as their teacher tells them stories of the outside world. They learn about distant cities, towering buildings, and amazing inventions. Some dream of becoming doctors, healing the sick and bringing comfort to those in need. Others imagine themselves as teachers, sharing their love of learning with future generations. Some aspire to be engineers, building bridges and connecting communities. The schoolhouse becomes a canvas for their aspirations. They paint pictures of their dreams on the walls, their colorful creations a testament to their boundless imaginations. Each stroke of the brush, each word they write is a step towards a brighter future. Section 5. A letter arrives. One day a letter arrives at the schoolhouse. It is an official-looking envelope, its contents unknown. The teacher, her brow furrowed with concern, carefully opens the letter and begins to read. As her eyes move across the page, a shadow falls over her face. The words swim before her, each one a heavy weight settling in her stomach. The news is not good. The school is facing a severe financial crisis. Funds are running low, the letter explains. There is not enough money to pay the teachers, to buy books, or even to maintain the building. Without immediate financial assistance, the school may be forced to close its doors. Section 6. Shadows of Uncertainty. The news of the school's financial troubles spreads through the village like wildfire. Parents whisper their concerns, their faces etched with worry. The children, sensing the change in the air, look on with a mixture of confusion and fear. The thought of the school closing sends a chill through the heart of the village. The schoolhouse is more than just a building. It is the heart of their community, a beacon of hope for a brighter future. Without the school, the children's dreams seem to hang precariously in the balance. The thought of their aspirations being cut short, their futures uncertain, is a burden too heavy to bear. Section 7. Where Hope Endures. Despite the looming shadow of uncertainty, a glimmer of hope remains. The villagers, their spirits undeterred, rally together to save their beloved school. They organize fundraisers, their collective efforts a testament to their unwavering commitment to their children's education. Word of the village's plight spreads beyond their small community. People from neighboring towns and cities, touched by their story, offer their support. Donations, big and small, pour in, breathing new life into their fading hopes. The future remains uncertain, the challenges ahead still daunting, but the villagers know that as long as their spirit remains unbroken, as long as they continue to fight for their children's dreams, there is always hope. The village was quiet, the streets were empty, and the usual hustle and bustle of daily life had vanished. It was as if time itself had paused, leaving behind an eerie stillness that blanketed the entire village. Too quiet. The storm had passed, but it left sadness behind. The once vibrant village now lay in ruins with debris scattered everywhere. The aftermath of the storm was a stark reminder of nature's fury, and the silence was a testament to the devastation it had caused. Homes were broken, the school was damaged. The places that once echoed with laughter and joy were now silent and desolate. The heart of the village had been torn apart, and the scars were visible everywhere. The people felt lost. Days passed, the villagers wandered through the wreckage, their faces etched with sorrow and uncertainty. They had lost not just their homes, but a part of their spirit. The weight of the disaster hung heavily over them, and hope seemed like a distant memory. The silence stayed. Some villagers looked down, their eyes avoiding the destruction around them. The once lively conversations and cheerful greetings were replaced by a heavy, oppressive quiet. It was as if the village itself was mourning. Some looked away. No one knew what to do. The future seemed uncertain, and the path to recovery was unclear. The villagers were trapped in a limbo, unable to move forward but unable to go back to the way things were. Then, one morning, something changed. The first rays of sunlight brought a glimmer of hope. The villagers noticed something new, a small but significant shift in the air. It was as if the village was slowly waking up from a long, dark slumber. A small sound broke the silence, the sound of a hammer. It was a simple yet powerful noise that signaled the beginning of rebuilding. The villagers gathered, drawn by the rhythmic pounding, and for the first time in days, they felt a spark of hope. The journey to recovery had begun. Old Thomas, with his strong hands, was fixing his roof. He didn't smile, he didn't speak, he just hammered. Each strike of the hammer echoed through the quiet village, a rhythmic reminder of resilience. The sound traveled far and wide. It reached Maya, who was stirring a pot of rice in her small, dimly lit kitchen. She paused for a moment, listening to the steady beat, and felt a flicker of determination ignite within her. It reached young Joseph, who was sitting by his broken window, staring out at the remnants of what once was a bustling town. The rhythmic hammering filled the air, and something stirred within him too. Hope. Maybe, just maybe, they could rebuild. Thomas had seen many seasons come and go, each one leaving its mark on the village and its people. The roof he was fixing had sheltered generations, and now, it was his turn to ensure it stood strong once more. His hands, though aged and worn, moved with a purpose that spoke of years of experience and an unyielding spirit. The hammering was more than just a repair, it was a declaration that they would not be defeated by the trials they faced. Maya, with her pot of rice, represented the sustenance and warmth that held the community together. Her kitchen, though modest, was a place of gathering and comfort. As she stirred, the sound of Thomas's hammering gave her a sense of connection, a reminder that they were not alone in their struggles. Joseph, the youngest of the three, saw the world through eyes that had witnessed both joy and sorrow. The broken window was a symbol of the challenges they had endured, but the sunlight streaming through it was a promise of better days to come. The hammering was a beacon, guiding him towards a future where rebuilding was not just a possibility, but a certainty. Maya's pot of rice grew bigger. She would cook for everyone. Joseph found a brush and some paint. He started cleaning the school walls. One by one, villagers joined in. The sounds of hammers, laughter, and shared stories filled the air. The village wasn't silent anymore. It was alive with purpose. The school was the heart of the village. Seeing it come back to life brought smiles to everyone's faces, especially the children. The children helped too. They cleared the debris, picked up the fallen branches, and their laughter echoed through the village. They couldn't wait to go back to school. The first day of the new school term arrived. The children, dressed in their best clothes, walked hand in hand to school. Their eyes sparkled with excitement. The air buzzed with a new energy. It wasn't just a school reopening, it was a new beginning for the entire village. A beginning built on shared strength and hope. As the sun rose, casting a golden hue over the village, the streets came alive with the sound of laughter and chatter. Parents waved goodbye to their little ones, their faces a mix of pride and nostalgia. The school, freshly painted and adorned with colorful banners, stood as a beacon of promise and opportunity. Inside the classrooms, teachers prepared eagerly, arranging desks and setting up new learning materials. They too felt the weight of this new beginning, understanding the importance of their role in shaping young minds. The blackboards were filled with welcoming messages, and the scent of new books filled the air. The village had come together to make this day special. From the local baker who provided fresh pastries for the children, to the elders who shared stories of their own school days, everyone played a part. It was a collective effort, a testament to the community's resilience and unity. As the children entered the school gates, they were greeted with warm smiles and open arms. Each step they took was a step towards a brighter future, a future filled with endless possibilities. This was more than just a new school term. It was a celebration of dreams, aspirations, and the unwavering spirit of the village. The journey ahead was filled with challenges, but with the support of their community, the children were ready to face them head-on. This new beginning marked the start of something truly extraordinary. The teacher, Mrs. Gandhi, stood before her students. She smiled. Today, she said, we learned a valuable lesson. The children looked at her with curiosity. We learned that even the strongest storm cannot break our spirit, she continued. We learned that even when we lose material things, we still have each other. The children listened, their eyes wide. They understood. They had seen it. They had lived it. The village had rebuilt not with money, but with something much stronger: belief in each other. The village had found its heart again, and it beat strong. At first there was silence, confusion, sadness. The village, once filled with the laughter of children and the bustling of daily life, had become eerily quiet. The streets, usually alive with activity, now lay empty, echoing the collective despair of its inhabitants. A dream lost is a heavy thing. The playgrounds, once a haven for joy and play, stood abandoned. The schoolyard, a place of learning and growth, now silent and still, symbolized the lost dreams of the village's future. But the children didn't give up. Despite the overwhelming odds, they held on to each other, finding strength in their unity. Their spirits, though tested, remained unbroken. They met under trees, scribbling ideas and hope on scraps of paper. These gatherings became their sanctuary, a place where dreams were nurtured and hope was kept alive. Small hands, big dreams. Each child contributed their thoughts, their aspirations, and their unwavering belief that things could change. They knocked on doors, speaking to villagers. Their voices, though small, carried a powerful message of hope and determination. "We need your help," they said. Some gave coins, some books. Each contribution, no matter how small, was a step towards rebuilding their dreams. What mattered most was support. The villagers began to see the spark of hope in the children's eyes and felt compelled to join their cause. The village began to listen, meetings were held, and plans were discussed. The once silent community started to buzz with the energy of collective effort. A grandmother dropped coins into a jar. Her gesture, though small, was a symbol of the village's commitment to a brighter future. It wasn't about the money, it was about the collective belief that together, they could overcome any obstacle. It was about believing in each other, in their community, and in the power of unity. This silent struggle was becoming a symphony of hope. The children's smiles were contagious, spreading optimism throughout the village. One by one the villagers joined in, hands were joined, and hearts were united in a common goal. A community, united by the dreams of their children. The bond between young and old grew stronger, fueled by a shared vision of a better tomorrow. Their efforts were small but powerful. Each gesture, each act of kindness, added to the growing momentum of change. Each coin, each book. These contributions were more than just material items, they were symbols of hope and resilience. A testament to their resilience and unity. The village, once silent and despondent, was now a beacon of collective strength, and slowly, the silence began to lift. Laughter and joy returned, filling the air with a renewed sense of purpose. The children, once downcast, now stood taller. Their confidence grew with each passing day, fueled by the support of their community. They weren't just hoping anymore. They were building a future that was once thought impossible. The empty classrooms and quiet schoolyards were about to change. The seeds of hope had been planted, and they were beginning to sprout. Because hope had found its voice. The village, once silent, was now alive with the sounds of progress and possibility. And it was loud. From silence to hope. A village's journey. This transformation was a testament to the power of community and the unyielding spirit of its people. This is just the beginning. The journey ahead is long, but the village is ready to face it together. Stay tuned. The story of this village is far from over. There's more to come. The future is bright and the village is prepared to embrace it with open arms.
The village was small, life was simple. Children played under the vast open sky. Their laughter echoed through the fields. Days turned into months, months into years. The children grew taller, the seasons changed around them. The warmth of summer gave way to the colors of autumn. Then came the hush of winter, followed by the promise of spring. With each passing season, their dreams took shape. They dreamed under the same sky, but their dreams soared to different horizons. The village was small, but their hearts held big dreams. They heard whispers of the world beyond the fields. They learned about distant cities and different ways of life. Some children yearned to explore those distant horizons. They wanted to learn, to grow, to make a difference. With hope in their hearts and dreams in their eyes, they left the familiar embrace of their village. They carried the love of their village with them. They carried the memories of their childhood. And they carried the belief that education was the key to unlocking their dreams. The children who left the village pursued different paths. Some became teachers, their voices echoing in classrooms, igniting a passion for knowledge in young minds. Others became builders, their hands shaping the landscape, constructing bridges of progress and development. Some dedicated their lives to healing, becoming doctors and nurses, their touch bringing comfort and care to those in need. Each of them, in their own way, was contributing to a better world. They were living proof of the transformative power of education. Years passed. The village, once quiet and remote, began to change. The old schoolhouse where the children had once gathered was transformed. Walls were repainted, windows were replaced, and new books filled the shelves. The once humble schoolhouse became a modern classroom, equipped with computers and technology, ready to nurture the dreams of a new generation. The transformation was a testament to the villagers' belief in the power of education. The seeds of change from humble beginnings. In a small, picturesque village, nestled among rolling hills and lush greenery, life moved at a gentle pace. The village, with its narrow, winding roads and quaint houses, seemed like a place where time stood still. Yet, within this serene setting, a quiet revolution was brewing. The children, who had left the village to chase their dreams, never forgot their roots. They ventured into bustling cities, pursued higher education, and embarked on various careers. Despite the distance and the passage of time, the memories of their village remained etched in their hearts. They often reminisced about the simplicity of village life, the warmth of the community, and the lessons learned in their formative years. They remembered the small schoolhouse, the dedicated teachers who, despite limited resources, imparted invaluable knowledge and wisdom. The schoolhouse was more than just a building. It was a sanctuary of learning, a place where dreams took root and aspirations were nurtured, and the thirst for knowledge that had bloomed within its walls. The children, with their eager minds and curious spirits, absorbed every lesson, every story, and every piece of wisdom shared by their teachers. The school was a beacon of hope, illuminating the path to a brighter future. They knew that their journey had begun there, in that humble classroom where the seeds of their dreams had been sown. The classroom, with its worn-out desks and chalkboards, was a place of endless possibilities. It was here that they learned to dream big, to aspire for greatness, and to believe in the power of education, where the seeds of their dreams had been sown. The lessons learned in that small classroom extended beyond textbooks and exams. They learned about resilience, perseverance, and the importance of giving back to the community. These values stayed with them as they ventured into the world. They returned to their village, not as children filled with dreams, but as accomplished individuals ready to make a difference. Their return was not just a homecoming, it was a testament to the enduring power of education and community. They brought with them a wealth of knowledge, skills, and experiences, eager to share and uplift their village, but as successful individuals ready to give back. They shared their knowledge, their experiences, and their resources to help build a brighter future for their village. They organized workshops, mentored young students, and initiated community projects. Their efforts were driven by a deep sense of gratitude and a desire to see their village thrive, and their resources to help build a brighter future for their village. They understood that true success is measured not by personal achievements, but by the positive impact one can have on others. Together, they worked hand in hand with the villagers, fostering a spirit of collaboration and unity. They understood that education was not just about personal success. It was about uplifting entire communities. They believed that by empowering the next generation with knowledge and skills, they could create a ripple effect of positive change. Education became the cornerstone of their efforts, a tool to break the cycle of poverty and build a sustainable future. It was about uplifting entire communities. The village, once a place of humble beginnings, was now a beacon of hope and progress. The collective efforts of its people transformed it into a thriving community where dreams were nurtured and possibilities were endless. The seeds of change sown in the hearts of its children had blossomed into a legacy of growth and prosperity. Education was more than just books and classrooms. It was about understanding the world around them, respecting different cultures, and embracing the beauty of diversity. It was about critical thinking, problem solving, and using their voices to advocate for a more just and equitable world. It was about compassion, empathy, and extending a helping hand to those in need. Education, they believed, was the key to unlocking human potential and creating a world where every child had the opportunity to shine. Despite their achievements and the changes they had witnessed, the villagers never forgot their roots. They remembered the importance of community, the value of hard work, and the simple joys of life. They taught their children to honor their heritage, to respect their elders, and to cherish the land that nourished them. They understood that progress and tradition could go hand in hand. They proved that no matter how far they traveled or how much they achieved, their hearts would always remain connected to the place they once called home. The story of the village was a testament to the power of education to transform lives and communities. Nestled in the heart of a remote region, this village had long been overlooked, its potential hidden beneath layers of neglect and poverty. But the winds of change began to blow, carrying with them the seeds of hope and transformation. It was a story of hope, resilience, and the unwavering belief in a brighter future. The children, with their boundless energy and curiosity, were the first to embrace this new dawn. They played joyfully in the schoolyard, their laughter echoing through the village, a sound that signaled the beginning of something extraordinary. It was a story that echoed in the hearts of every child who dared to dream, every child who opened a book and saw a world of possibilities unfold before their eyes. The children would gather around their teacher, eyes wide with wonder, as they learned about the world beyond their village, a world they now believed they could be a part of. Every teacher who dedicated their life to nurturing young minds, who saw the potential in every student and worked tirelessly to bring it to fruition. These teachers, often working with limited resources, became the pillars of the community, their dedication and passion lighting the way for the next generation, and every community that embraced the transformative power of education. The villagers came together, united by a common goal, to build and repair the school, to create a place where their children could learn and grow. Parents walked hand in hand with their children, their faces filled with pride and hope, knowing that education was the key to a better future. It was a story that carried a promise that every child, regardless of their background or circumstances, deserves the opportunity to learn, to grow, and to reach their full potential. This promise was etched in the hearts of everyone in the village, a beacon of hope that guided their every action. The children, now filled with confidence and dreams, raised their hands eagerly in class, climbed trees with newfound courage, and celebrated their achievements with joy. This was not just a story of a village, it was a story of transformation, of dreams realized, and of a future that was now within reach for every child. The future they built was not just about bricks and mortar, but about creating spaces where dreams could flourish and imaginations could soar. It was about laying the foundation for a world where every child felt valued and inspired, but about hearts and minds. It was about nurturing the spirit of curiosity and the joy of discovery. They envisioned a place where children from all walks of life could come together, learn from each other, and grow in an environment of mutual respect and understanding. It was about empowering every child to become the author of their own story, to give them the tools and confidence to explore their passions and pursue their dreams. They believed that education was not just about imparting knowledge, but about igniting a lifelong love for learning, to contribute to their communities, to understand the importance of giving back and making a positive impact. They wanted children to see themselves as active participants in shaping the world around them, to feel a sense of responsibility and pride in their contributions, and to make the world a better place. They dreamed of a future where kindness and compassion were the guiding principles, where every child had the opportunity to shine and make a difference. They knew that by investing in the next generation, they were planting the seeds for a brighter tomorrow. It was a reminder that education is a fundamental human right, a powerful tool for change, and the key to unlocking a brighter future for all. They believed that every child deserved access to quality education, regardless of their background or circumstances, a powerful tool for change capable of transforming lives and communities. They saw education as the great equalizer, a way to bridge gaps and create opportunities. They were committed to breaking down barriers and ensuring that every child had the chance to succeed, and the key to unlocking a brighter future for all. They envisioned a world where every child could look forward to a future filled with hope and possibility, where their dreams were not limited by their circumstances but fueled by their potential. Every child, they believed, was a story waiting to unfold, a unique narrative filled with promise and potential. They saw each child as a beacon of hope, a testament to the power of dreams and the resilience of the human spirit. A dream waiting to take flight. They were committed to providing the support and encouragement needed to help every child soar, to reach new heights and achieve their fullest potential. They knew that with the right guidance and opportunities, there was no limit to what these young minds could achieve. And it was their collective responsibility to ensure that every child had the opportunity to write their own story, to express their creativity and individuality. They believed in fostering an environment where children felt safe to explore, to make mistakes and to learn from them, to paint their own future, to envision a world of endless possibilities. They wanted every child to feel empowered to dream big, to set their sights high and to work towards their goals with determination and confidence, and to light up the world with their unique brilliance. They believed that every child had a special light within them, a spark of creativity and potential that could illuminate the world. It was their mission to nurture that light, to help it grow and shine brightly for all to see.